Hello everyone, welcome back and good morning. Today I'm on location here at Burnet Woods. This is a 90-acre kind of like urban city park here located in downtown Cincinnati. It is, as you can see, lots of traffic and stuff and buildings around me and just city life of course, but it's still a nice natural green space that's really much needed, I think, in cities of course. And I'm here for the day. There's a 45-acre lake that's pretty popular with fishing as well, and there is a trailside nature center which I may go in. I don't know the hours off the top of my head here, but it might be open here later in the morning, if I'm still here at least. But I'm here at sunrise. The sun's coming over the hills here, and I have quite frankly no idea what I'm going to do for a composition if I were to do a landscape, that is. It's still kind of like late winter here, and there's no snow on the ground, so everything's really brown and just kind of bleh and kind of bare, with the trees at least. Even the ground floor is still a little bit too early for most spring ephemeral flowers, but this is a very nice, important and sensitive ecological location, like I said. And yeah, we're just going to see what we get for the day. But I got my, my camera bag here. I've got some, some landscape, macro, abstracts, really just anything we can find for the day. And I think it's going to be a good visit. So nice little sunrise walk here and hike in the woods here in the middle of the city. It was on my way in, actually. It looked like a hawk. I think it was of the Budio family, kind of swooped in just above my car. So that was a good sign, I guess, of the wildlife here. It's definitely getting up to spring here with the dawn chorus, that is. I'm definitely hearing a lot of singing birds and songbirds here for the morning. Lots of woodpeckers as well. And I think there are some nesting barred owls here as well. I've never seen them before, but that's just frankly a lack of knowledge of where to find them, at least here in the woods specifically. But I do know they have nested year after year here. Let's go ahead. I'm not too familiar. I've been here a couple times, but the trail system's not, in my opinion, very well laid out. But I think I'm going towards the nature center right now in the fishing lake. And I'm just kind of like on a wander today. It's not a very big place, like I said, at 90 acres, but we're going to see really where it takes us. And as sunrise comes over the horizon here, just behind me, maybe we'll see a composition here for the morning and get some images of it. So let's go ahead and get started here. So if you look right here, it looks like a probable nest site right there in the middle of the frame. I tried to, I don't have my bins with me or my good telephoto lens, but I think it's actually a red-shouldered hawk nest site. That looks like they're coming back and forth with either nesting material or hunting and gathering some food and stuff. So pretty awesome find. Kind of wish I had my telephoto lens with me. I didn't think I'd be birding today, but still nonetheless pretty awesome to get that. So as you can see behind me here, there is a whole bunch of the tree line above me is just getting illuminated with that beautiful golden hour, or sunrise light rather. And yeah, it's looking quite promising. But the way it's kind of like situated here with Burnet Woods is that the entire place is actually situated kind of like, it's almost like a ditch in a way. It's kind of like down lower. And like I said, you're just surrounded by all these buildings and stuff. But there's some elevation here on the trails, so just keep that in mind with the terrain here. There's some like rocks and kind of tree roots that are situated along some of the trails here, but still like a really nice example of some kind of old mature woodlands as well. And actually right next to what looks like a dried up stream or creek bed, as it probably used to flow into the fishing lake here, which I believe is called Lake Burnet. Very aptly titled, of course. So I was finally getting my first composition here. This little driftwood that's just right here on Lake Burnet, very beautifully separated by the blue reflection of the sky and then the browns of the tree line surrounding the lake. And I've been shooting it at 1/25 of a second, f11, and ISO 640. And of course that's happening. A lot of mallards and Canada geese and everything. Well, it was a peaceful morning, and then once again birds are distracting me. And as much as I like birds, don't get me wrong, but this female mallard just came up on the driftwood here. But it did create a nice reflection, so I did get a couple images of her as well on the driftwood. So that's been pretty cool. But my original composition idea was to not have a bird, of course, on the driftwood, which is pretty funny to say the least. And now this male drake, this mallard, is coming in. You can see him swimming behind me here probably. But yeah, I've been shooting at 200 millimeters on my 70-200 lens here, f4 lens, and it's been working out pretty well, I think. It's been pretty nice. I've been kind of adjusting the height, higher or lower to see how that looks. It can definitely influence, I feel like, the composition greatly, as it has for this at least. But yeah, nice peaceful morning out here. This is like the first time I think I've been out to Burnet Woods, and I've never seen the lake have no one around it. Usually there's tons of people fishing out here, of course. And so to my surprise, I've kind of, so far this morning at least, have it all to myself here at sunrise, which is nice. But I might take a couple more images of this, and then I'm gonna wrap around the lake and see what else I can get here for the morning. Maybe some video or even some photos of the ducks and geese that are surrounding the lake here. And now the two geese are coming in the frame here. So. All right, so now I just took a few steps off the side here, and it's a completely different composition, completely different angle of Lake Burnet here. I'm actually doing with the 50 millimeter prime lens, shooting fairly wide open at f8. I've been doing around that and dancing around, f7.1, but taking some images of the reflections of the trees as they're just, pointed straight down here. It's been really cool. And I mean, of course, the water's kind of doing that ripply, not so much a wave, but, it's just moving around and dancing, I guess it's as it were. And, but the golden hour, or like the sunrise light, it's kind of getting later in the morning here already, but you can just see it just illuminating the tops of the trees. It's looking really cool. And so I've been doing different ones where I've been doing them all vertical, because of course that follows along with the tree trunk and really accentuates it, I think. No filters, of course, shooting handheld at 1/60th of a second, and kind of, bouncing around between ISO 500 or so, because it is fairly dark here in the, almost like the shadowed area of the lake here. And just down here, pointing straight down at the dark of the water here. Alrighty, everyone, that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed this little morning hike out here at Burnet Woods. I know I did. I got some pretty cool images of the abstracts of the reflection, also the reflection mixed in with the driftwood. That was pretty cool to get that as a nice natural leading line in the frame there. And then also got some of the at 50 millimeter focal length of some of the Canada geese, actually, which is pretty cool to get them at that kind of wider perspective. As they were just below me in the water at the lake there. So yeah, lots of images at the lake there, which is pretty great. The woodland, of course, is a very great place for bird watching and birding. A lot of singing birds right now, and that nesting red-shouldered hawk was pretty cool as well. So yeah, this is a really beautiful natural green space here in the middle of downtown Cincinnati, which is pretty amazing that they preserve this because it's such a great place. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching, everyone. This has been Burnet Woods. Until next time, make sure to get out here. Thank you. All right, so I just ended the video, and there's a barred owl, which is pretty crazy. So I'm gonna see if I can get my telephoto lens out.